Jonathan Dwight Jones, famously known as John Bones Jones, was born on July 19, 1987, in Rochester, New York, United States. Renowned for his unmatched dominance inside the octagon, Jones' career in mixed martial arts MMA spanned nearly 2 decades, from 2008 to 2025. A former professional MMA fighter under the Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC banner, Jones held multiple championships across 2 weight divisions. His brilliance in the sport cemented his place among the greatest fighters in MMA history. Early life and family background. John Jones was raised in a deeply religious and athletic family. His father, Arthur Jones Jr., was a pastor, while his mother, Camille Jones, was a devoted homemaker who tragically passed away in 2017 due to diabetes-related complications. John grew up with 3 siblings, Arthur, Chandler, and Carmen. Both of his brothers became professional football players. Arthur played in the NFL as a defensive lineman for teams like the Baltimore Ravens and Indianapolis Colts, while Chandler became an all-pro linebacker who played for the New England Patriots and Arizona Cardinals. John's upbringing was disciplined and faith-centered, but also competitive due to the strong sports culture in his household. His sister Carmen, who died of brain cancer in childhood, had a profound emotional impact on John, often cited by him as a source of inspiration. Education and Wrestling Foundation. John Jones attended Endicott High School in upstate New York, where he excelled in wrestling. Known for his long limbs and agility, he was nicknamed Bones due to his lanky frame. Jones went on to attend Iowa Central Community College, where he became a national junior college wrestling champion. He later transferred to Morrisville State College to study criminal justice, but dropped out to pursue a career in MMA, a decision that would shape the future of combat sports. Entry into mixed martial arts. Jones made his professional MMA debut in April 2008 and quickly racked up 6 wins in a span of just 3 months. His impressive performances, particularly his unorthodox striking and wrestling acumen, caught the attention of UFC executives. He was signed by the UFC later that year and made his promotional debut at UFC 87 against Andre Guzman, winning via unanimous decision. From that point forward, Jones' rise was meteoric. UFC Rise and Light Heavyweight Championship. 2011 to 2015, John Jones made history on March 19, 2011, when he became the youngest champion in UFC history at just 23 years old, defeating Mauricio Shogun Rua via TKO to capture the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. His reign was nothing short of dominant. Jones successfully defended his title against a who's who of MMA legends, including Quinton "Rampage" Jackson, Lyoto Machida, Rashad Evans, Vitor Belfort, and Chael Sonnen. His combination of reach, creativity, and tactical genius made him seemingly unbeatable. However, despite his dominance in the octagon, Jones' career was marred by controversies outside it. He was arrested for a hit-and-run in 2015, leading to the UFC stripping him of his title. This marked the first major interruption in his fighting career. Redemption and Interim Championship 2016. After a year-long suspension, Jones returned in April 2016 at UFC 197 to face Ovin St. Preux for the interim light heavyweight title. He won via unanimous decision, showcasing a more cautious yet effective version of himself. However, just days before a highly anticipated rematch with Daniel Cormier at UFC 200 in July 2016, Jones was flagged for a potential anti-doping violation and was removed from the fight card. He was suspended again, temporarily halting his career. return, and light heavyweight reign. 2018-2020, Jones returned to the UFC in December 2018 and faced Alexander Gustafsson for the vacant light heavyweight championship at UFC 232. He won via TKO, reclaiming his throne in dominant fashion. Over the next year, he defended his title against Anthony Smith, Thiago Santos, and Dominic Reyes. While some of these fights were closely contested, Jones remained undefeated inside the cage, with his only professional loss being a controversial disqualification in 2009. Despite his continued success, public opinion remained divided due to his repeated legal troubles and run-ins with the United States anti-doping agency USADA. Nonetheless, his talent inside the cage remained unquestioned. Transition to heavyweight and championship victory 2023. In 2020, Jones announced that he would vacate the light heavyweight championship to move up to the heavyweight division. Fans and analysts were both skeptical and excited about how Jones' frame and style would translate to the heavier class. After a long hiatus and physical transformation, Jones returned in March 2023 to fight Cyril Gane for the vacant UFC heavyweight championship at UFC 285. In a swift and clinical performance, he submitted Gane in the first round, capturing the heavyweight crown and becoming a two-division UFC champion. The victory was hailed as one of the greatest comebacks in UFC history and cemented his status as the sport's most accomplished fighter. Final fights and retirement. Jones' heavyweight reign continued with a successful title defense in 2024 against former champion Stipe Miocic, a fight that was long anticipated by fans. In 2025, after a final successful defense, Jon Jones announced his retirement from MMA at the age of 37. The announcement came with mixed emotions from fans. Some celebrated his unmatched skill and achievements, while others remained critical. Of his controversies, Jones retired with a professional MMA record of 28 wins, 1 loss via disqualification, and 1 no contest. He remains one of the most statistically dominant and strategically brilliant fighters the sport has ever seen. Fighting style. And Jon Jones' fighting style was a revolutionary blend of wrestling, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and unorthodox striking. Known for his spinning elbows, oblique kicks, and precise distance management, Jones redefined what it meant to be a complete fighter. His reach advantage and fight IQ allowed him to control opponents with ease. Jones' legacy in MMA is complex. On one hand, he is widely considered the greatest light heavyweight and arguably the greatest MMA fighter of all time. On the other hand, his personal issues, including arrests and doping suspensions, cast shadows on his professional achievements. Nonetheless, his skill and resume speak volumes. Personal life. Jon Jones has been in a long-term relationship with Jessie Moses, with whom he shares several daughters. His relationship and fatherhood have often been highlighted in interviews, though his personal life has also faced turbulence due to legal troubles, including domestic disputes and substance abuse allegations. Despite this, Jones has frequently expressed a desire for redemption and personal growth. He has openly discussed his faith and the importance of his family in his life, often attributing his resilience to his spiritual beliefs, lifestyle, net worth, and interests. Jones accumulated significant wealth over his career through UFC fight purses, sponsorships, and endorsements. As of his retirement in 2025, his estimated net worth was around $15 million. He owns luxury cars, including a Bentley Continental and Cadillac Escalade, and resides in a lavish home in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a city that played a significant role in his training career. Outside fighting, Jones has taken interest in mentoring young athletes, participating in church activities, and engaging in charitable work, especially in his hometown and adopted city of Albuquerque. Jonathan Dwight Jones lived a life of unparalleled highs and controversial lows. From a young wrestling champion to a two-division UFC holder, his path was one of unmatched brilliance inside the cage, yet marked by personal demons outside of it. His legacy is both celebrated and debated, but no conversation about greatest can be had without his name. Jones' story serves as both an inspiration and a cautionary tale, a reminder of the heights talent can reach and the importance of discipline outside the spotlight. If you enjoyed this detailed biography of Jon Jones, please like, comment your thoughts, share with fellow MMA fans, and subscribe for more in-depth stories of iconic athletes and legends.